Coming up.
You asked her to please stop.
Yes, I did, and I asked her, and I didn't mean to be bothersome in any way. And she said, okay, and she pulls over.
Where did she pull over?
On the side of the road. And when I went in to grab my
Was she in a parking spot?
No, she was parked illegally.
All right, tell us what happened, Ms. Fallow.
Okay, Your Honor, so in 2021, I started my own rideshare company, a female-friendly rideshare company that I think it's very important that us women, we have a safe way of getting from point A to point B, especially at night. And, we had the pandemic, but things started picking up again. So I've been really busy and really focused on my purpose and passionate about what I do. I do take it seriously, and I've had really good clients. I haven't had any problems, and I have a good group of girls working for me. So it's like a family business almost.
Okay.
So this particular day, I picked up Ava, and it was like the ride from hell, literally. And, she takes no responsibility for what happened that day. And in my eyes, she's completely responsible, and she needs to pay the $1,500. But if I explain to you, it was a simple drive. Like, she just needed to go from Glendale to Beverly Hills. Okay. So no big deal. She gets,
all right.
Yeah, not pretty smooth, right? I'm familiar with this ride, and we take Melrose, of course, so basically from the moment she gets in the car, though, things were just not good immediately. Like, she gets in the car, she's on her phone, which I get that, but she's on speakerphone for like 10 minutes. She's talking to somebody on the phone with a very obnoxious voice. They're talking about like all this celebrity noise, like just stuff I don't even need to hear about. But again, no big deal. Like, that's the back seat. I'm in the front seat.
Right. Now, Ms. Reinhold, I want to come to you because you remember this drive.
Yes.
Was it a car ride from hell for you too?
For me, it was not. See, I heard about Molly's business. I was on TikTok and I was scrolling through, and it was like this female-friendly rideshare, and I was like, that's great. And I'm very about women supporting women. I love that. You know what I mean? Small businesses, all that. So I was really excited to go on this rideshare. And as soon as I got in, it was just bad vibes.
Really?
Yes.
So you felt like you didn't bring the bad vibes in. You felt like when you got in, there were bad vibes already in the car.
Yes. Like, I'm 100% like positivity promoting. Like, I'm very out there, happy, bubbly. And there was like sad music playing in the background. So I like asked her kindly if she could like turn it down. I was on my phone. She was chirping at me about being on my phone, which I didn't think was wrong because I'm in a rideshare, you know what I mean? Like, I should be able to do my work and my stuff.
Yeah, that is kind of ridiculous. That's kind of like a totally normal thing that happens. Like, I've been on the phone many times when I'm in an Uber or a Lyft or any kind of rideshare car. What do you guys think about that? Is that out of line? I don't think so.
In the back, well, you take me from point A to
It's
point B.
not necessarily wrong. I mean, it could be inconsiderate if it's distracting to the driver, and also could be problematic if you are, if they're driving and they're annoyed. But I get it. You're in a ride share that you paid for, and if you need to be, sometimes you need to be on speaker if you need to use both hands or you're looking at something. I get it.
So wait, so it gets more, this is where it gets hairy, because now we're on Melrose, and I get you. Like, Melrose is very hip and trendy. There's a lot going on, and of course we get past like the pink wall, and she spots that right away, and she's like all, ecstatic and young and giddy. And I'm really trying to do my best to understand the young people today with this whole like me song that they're singing and just all of that, and be like not judgy. So I'm bearing it. But then she's like, oh my God, can you stop? And it's Melrose, it's busy. And like the decency in me, I just kind of pulled to the side and paused, thinking she's going to take a picture like out the window. Well, no, she jumps out of the car, literally jumps out of the car. She got out of the car. Did you not? Yes. So she gets out of the car and she does whatever selfie, taking pictures. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm like looking around. She gets back in and I'm like, okay, well, nope. She doesn't get in the car. She grabs a tripod out of the car, jumps back out, and I guess was going to start taking video and content. And then in all of that hustle and bustle, the next thing I know is boom, a car comes by and like just takes the whole door off that she left open.
You saw the wall. It is notorious, and everybody wants a picture there.
You see, now I can see why. Wow, now things are starting to kind of take a turn, because that would be annoying. You're paying them for a ride. You're not paying them to wait around. That's just my opinion. Let's continue watching.
You asked her to please stop.
Yes, I did. And I asked her, and I didn't mean to be bothersome in any way. And she said, okay. And she pulls over. So I hop out of the car and I'm going.
Where did she pull over?
On the side of the road. And when I went in to grab my
Was she in a parking spot?
No, she was parked illegally. And I was
I know that intersection. There are no real parking lots over there.
And I was just like, okay, like you do you, she's been doing this for a while now. She has an entire company. So I'm trusting her,
Your Honor, she did not give me a choice. You didn't give me a choice. It wasn't this elaborate conversation.
I asked
like,
you,
and no, please. And she jumps out of the car. What am I supposed to do? Be like, okay, bye.
Your Honor, she could have simply
No. My point is, did she jump out of the car while it's moving, or did she jump out after after you pulled to a stop and then
Well,
she got
She
out?
pulled to a stop
to the
and then I
side
hopped
for
out
you
of
to
the
take a
car.
picture. It was a big, open, clear take a picture. It wasn't supposed to be a whole thing for you to get out of the car. And the thing is, if she would have got out and took the selfie, okay, fine. But that wasn't enough. Like, that's what I mean about this
Your
self-centered
Honor.
behavior. Like, that's why I started my business,
could
because
have-
we didn't need to be about each other. Like, it was all about you that day. It was like, oh my God, I got pictures, but that's not enough. Now I need to get video. So she came back to the car, took the tripod, and that's when the accident happened, because she left the door open.
And did you
again.
say something to her when she came back to get the tripod? Did you say, hold on, Miss Reinhold, hold on.
Yes.
I'm not parked in a
Yes, Your
spot.
Honor.
What were you saying?
I said, listen, we can't. We have to go. I have to pick up another
did
client.
not. I waited.
So in Beverly Hills in 10 minutes, we were supposed to be in Beverly
Yes.
Hills, and we're on the side of the road. And then what really is the kicker is then this happens. The incident happens, okay? And she starts going into hysterics like, oh my God, I can't believe this has happened to me.
Because that could have been me in the back seat easily, and you ignored that completely from me. When we pulled over to the side of the road, Your Honor, I got out, yes, to take some pictures after I asked, and I went in to grab my tripod. We had the conversation about going to Beverly Hills while we were still in the car. But she still proceeded to pull over, so I got out to take the pictures. I went in to grab my tripod, saw that she was parked illegally. But I trusted her as my ride share to get me from point A to point B, and she knows this, as she claims. She knows this road, and she's
So
done it
did
multiple
anybody
times.
bring evidence
That's
of
what I was
what
getting
the
to.
car looks like?
Your Honor, the evidence that I have, I mean, I want you to watch this TikTok, because she got out of the car and she proceeded to make a TikTok, and it is all about me TikTok, and she keeps
All right, so
talking
this is
about
the video
that.
that's been submitted to the court.
Yeah,
Let's
yes,
see
it
that.
is, Your Honor.
I can't even look at it right now. My driver just got into this huge car accident, and that could have been me. And it was like totally her fault. And I'm a little rattled up right now. I was taking pictures for content and everything, and she just got into this huge car wreck. That could have been me, and my life was in danger, and it's all her fault. And I'm just trying to breathe right now because it was the most scariest thing that happened to me in my life, and it's just very in awe. And I just want to say that everyone, just please make sure that when you get in a rideshare, that you have a safe driver, because this could have easily been anyone. Don't forget to hit that follow button.
Oh, yeah. For someone that is all about supporting other women, she's just dragging this woman for something that's her fault. Instead of being there to help her, like, oh my gosh, you just got like in a car accident, let me help you. She decides to continue shooting a TikTok and is all about me, 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 me. What the heck? So disrespectful. Do you think that this is a generational thing? Or do you think that this is a universal thing that people go through? Or do you think it's just this younger generation? Let me know in the comments below. Let's continue watching.
Exactly.
Can't leave that last line out, can you? So you didn't close the door all the way, or you went to close it and it didn't close all the way, and the next thing you know, how did the car get hit?
Because the door was wide open and someone
No.
came.
Wide open?
Well,
No.
it definitely
The door
wasn't
got
closed,
hit
or,
because
like,
she
I
was-
couldn't pull off. Your
Was
Honor,
she
the
sitting
problem is
behind your driver's side or the passenger in the back?
driver.
So she was sitting behind you in the back?
Yes.
All right. And so she got out, closed the door, didn't already close it, went to open, and then a car comes by and sideswipes?
Just took the door off.
But
Took the door-
that means you're in the middle of the road. This is tough because I think, Ms. Reinhold, you were being inconsiderate, you were being irresponsible, and you were even being a little bit irrational to think that in the middle of a ride share, you could get out and do a full photo shoot. I don't see how you could think all of that. But the truth is you did. And the crazy thing about it is your driver allowed you to.
I didn't have a choice,
Which is,
Your Honor.
no, you actually did have a choice. Because had you not stopped, had you just said, I'm sorry, I have another appointment, there is nowhere for me to pull over safely right now, I've got to keep driving, you have to do what's necessary to ensure a safe passage.
Well, I didn't know she was going to get out of the car.
Of course you didn't know that. But
She
if
didn't
you
say that.
knew to say no and you had worked that out, she wouldn't have been able to get out. You would have just said, I'm so sorry, you've only booked this stop. If you want to book another stop, I don't know if you use an app or what you use, but I've been in ride shares before where I want to stop at a different place and they say, you're going to need to plug that into the app before I can make that stop. And then when they do, they find a safe place to stop. So unfortunately for you, you did have a pretty irresponsible passenger, but unfortunately, Ms. Fallow, your irresponsibility supersedes all of that because
Really?
it's your company. Judgment for the defendant. Court is adjourned.
Wow. You know what? The judge makes a good point at the end there. No matter, you can't let your emotions get the best of you in a court case like this, because even though we're all annoyed by the influencer, the driver did make the choice to pull over. You know, it's unfortunate. I mean, I used to be an Uber driver back in the day, and there were a few times where where the passengers asked me to make a stop that was not on the app. And back then, you weren't able to plug something in to like change it, and it was a major inconvenience, and I just said no most of the time. There was a few times I said yes when I was like new to it, but after learning a lot, I'm like, no, I'm not making any more stops or anything like that, because I only get paid for like for the miles, really, not necessarily the time that it takes to get to the place. What do you guys think about the judgment? Do you think it was too much, too little, or just right? I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know. Love ya.